You know, sometimes you just don't want to do something, but you know that you need to do it or else something else will happen. It's me. And I haven't been uploading. It's been 2 weeks. To be fair, I have been a little busy, but still, that doesn't make up an excuse for me just not posting any videos, like even short ones. No showcases or anything. So this video is kind of to make up for that. Not really though, since it's like not really a showcase. It's like a kind of a different video. Um, anyway, welcome back to their video. Today I will be going over how to use every single one of the new carnival doodles, not including Infernius because that's not new. Like that bug type, I can't even say its name. Um, Hostage, Evolution, Masui, etc. Um, now I'm probably not. I'm gonna get a few things wrong, so you can correct me in the comments. Um, all right. Well, I'll just move you on to the video. All right. Starting off, we have Lepid Lepid Honk. I think. I don't know. The set here is a suicide blade because honestly, that's all I think this thing is good for. My friend has tried saying jealousy is good, but no, jealousy is not good. I don't think it's good. It feels very mid. Anyway, for the stats, in the top right corner, we got minus health plus speed. You want to be minus health for the trait, which is pop reflexes, where any move that is directed towards you is less likely to hit because if you have like the lower health you are. So let's say you're at like 1 health. You have a high chance to not be hit, I believe. We don't actually know the calculations for pop reflexes, but it's just the less health you have, the higher chance they have to miss, basically. For the equipment, we got Determination Jelly. I mean, it's a suicide lead. You want to be able to get both hazards up, and you want to live on 1 HP. Then for the equipment, we're just going with like max speed. Want to be as fast as possible to boost the damage of Panic Bounce. And you want to be as frail as possible so you get like into one-shot range. And for the moves, we got Panic Bounce, Beast Summon, Pylons, and Force Repetition. Force Repetition could be like replaced for Taser or Curse, whichever one you prefer. This thing doesn't get taunt, so you can't really run that. Now, how to use this thing is obviously it's a suicide lead, so you normally want to use it on like hyper offense teams or HO for short. And you want to use this thing as a lead and possibly bring it back in later to do some damage. I used that for a bit, and Panic Bounce like did like 3-0 code to Laser Gen, I believe. I don't remember, but I believe this thing is a decent lead. Now on to the next guy because that's all I have to say about it. All right, on to the next doodle, which is Sawchum. I don't. Yeah. Now this doodle. I'm just gonna say right now, this doodle sucks. Don't use this unless you feel like losing or you're feeling risky. But yeah, this doodle kind of sucks. Like, it has no. I mean, it has redeeming qualities. It just doesn't make up for how bad it actually is. Anyway, for the stat boosts, we're going for health and defense. Just to keep you alive, just be as fat as possible. And with um defense pairs the trait menacing snarl, which is a really good trait. Like that's one of the only redeeming things this thing has, other than like Spice Hound and Spice Field. For the items, it's dark chocolate. Dark chocolate's just an item you want most food types to have, like most defensive ones anyway. For the equipment, it's going to be Horn Headband, Stone Necklace, and Beach Ball, just to be as fast as possible and as slow as possible. This whole point of this set is to be a slow pivot. It actually is decent at being a slow pivot, so you might as well run it as a slow pivot. Or you can do something else. I'll have another set for at the end of the video. For moves, it's Take Out, Dispose, Empty Calories, and Feast. like I said, the whole point of this set is just to be a slow pivot. And it's not the best at being a slow pivot, but like that's all you can really do with it, in my opinion. Once again, I'll have another set at the end of the video if you don't want to use this. I'm not gonna go over that set though, but yeah. Now, how to use this? Like, what type of team you can use it on? You could probably use it on like a balanced team where you have like Clav and maybe a fire type as like teammates, because unironically, this thing and Clav have okay synergy. Like, it's not the best, but it's okay because Clav literally resists all of the things this thing is weak to, and this thing offers like snarl support in case Clav can't take a hit very well from like a very strong Doodle. Like, let's say Tough Lays, because Tough Lays, like Awakened Tough Lays, is kind of a bomb right now. But yeah, it's got like Menacing Snarl kind of just supports the team to allow them to eat like physical hits better. And yeah, that's kind of all this thing is used for. I guess you can replace Menacing Snarl for Meat Shield. So like you can give your things like a defense. Like I don't actually know how Meat Shield works. So yeah. Anyways, on to the next duel. I really don't want to stop talking about this guy. He just sucks so badly. Alright, now we're on to Sugar. No, wait, what? No, Lob Sugar. There we go, Lob Sugar. I forgot his name for a second. Now, this set is kind of the basic defense guy set. Just stabs, heal, and then filler. In this case, it's setup. Compose can be replaced by Energy Wave, High Gag. I don't believe it gets a status move, but if it does, probably that. Now, you always want to run Sickly Sweet. Sickly Sweet, like, there's no reason not to run Sickly Sweet. And then what you do is, and then there we go. I need to talk here. Let me talk. Alright, cool. Now, I forgot to go over the stats, my bad. Now, for the stats, it's just health and magical attack. There's no reason not to run it. You can run defense or magical defense over magical attack, but here I'm just going to use magical attack because the set on screen is composed. So yeah. Anyway, for the item, it's dark chocolate, and for the equipment, it's theater mask, sapphire amulet, and then fawn sprout tail. Just to be as bulky and hit as hard as possible. Now, the team you can fit this on, you could possibly fit this on balance, maybe. I don't know. This thing is kind of like I guess it's like a bulkier can dig on with a more useful trait. Originally everyone thought this thing got takeout, but it doesn't get takeout, so yeah. But I do think this guy can be good on balance. Maybe even I can't be good on that. But yeah, this thing is probably a balance staple, and you pair it with things like, once again, Clav, probably. I don't think, actually not Clav. There's something else, but I'm not too sure what it is. I forgot the name of it. This thing can be fit on balance pretty well. So yeah. Anyway, on to the next Doodle. I don't really have much to say about this guy either. Alright. On to Kapumaroom. This is the most broken Doodle in the update, so I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what Wish was thinking when cooking this thing up. Like, it literally 2-0-Kos Jira, it 2-0-Kos Gobblegoo, and it doesn't even need Fiery Punch for that, and all it needs is Blazing Comet. Like, what was Wish doing? What was he thinking when he making this thing? Anyway, onto the stats. You want speed and attack. This thing is this thing can invest in nothing else but speed and attack. So you just want to invest into that as much as possible. Now, for the item and equipment, we are going with Enchanted Ruby. You can go with Riot Shield or maybe even Lethal if you want, but Lethal seems kind of silly because of Impact Recoil, but yeah. Now, for their equipment, candy headphones, and dusty bandana to be as fast as possible. And I don't even. And for the last thing, we got fireworks, which is a bonkers equipment, dude. Literally, these set of equipments give it 22 speed and 40 attack. What? Dude, yeah, no, this is broken. Like, dude, this guy is so broken. It's so funny. Like like fireworks isn't even the problem. It's just this guy's signature move. Like, its signature move is stupid because why does okay? Blazing Comet always lowers defense and it's 100 base power. Why would you do that? Like, I don't care if it can miss. Always, always lowering defense is like one of the dumbest things you can give an 100 base power move. Like, it's kind of like how Radiant Beam used to be like, what, 100 base power, and it always dropped accuracy. Like, this is literally Radiant Beam, but you take damage when you miss. Like, come on now. For the other moves, got Roundhouse Kick. It doesn't get Unguarded Strike, nor does it get Daze, I believe. I don't know if it gets Daze or not, but Roundhouse Kick is like probably like the best option for this. Fiery Punch for coverage. You probably don't need Fiery Punch, but Fiery Punch is just in case you don't want to risk Blazing Comet missing, I guess. And then Swift Hook. Yeah. For the teams this guy can be used on, probably like balance and hyper offense. Like this guy seems really good on hyper offense and balance. Like for balance, like normally what I personally do for balance is I normally have like three offensive things, three defensive things. So what you could do is for the offensive portion of balance, you can literally have like just two pivots that are constantly pivoting into this guy, allowing it to like just click Blazing Comet. Because Blazing Comet isn't like 10 like uses. It's literally wait, what? No. Blazing Comet is 10 uses, so it's somewhat spammable. So like you can just keep swapping into this guy and just spam Blazing Comet, Blazing Comet, Blazing Comet. And the only risk you have is just missing the move. And honestly, I think the reward is higher than the risk, unless it's like no cyber recoil where you take half. But most of the time, the reward is higher than the risk in this situation. And then for hyper offense, you can put this thing with you can put this thing like you can use this thing as a revenge killer. Like you can run bulwark over impact recoil on HO, and this thing can just do its thing on HO. Like it, this thing is so stupid. I don't know why Wish, like, I don't know why Wish put a kangaroo and a fire rock, like a firework in the oven, and this came out. Like, what did he feed the kangaroo for this thing to exist? Like, I don't like. Oh my god, bro. Dude, this guy is so stupid. I can't. I can't. I can't. It's so stupid. And honestly, dude, I'm surprised the last Doodle out of all of them is like the most like balanced out of all of them too. Cause like, okay, moving on. I'm just gonna move on to that one and stop talking about this guy. This guy's had enough. Like, oh my god, this guy's so broken. Last but not least, Masui, the rat rare of the carnival. Um, like I said, this guy is like the most balanced out of all of them. Like, offensive mind air type with earth coverage is pretty balanced. It's balanced out by the fact that its traits kind of suck. So yeah, onto stats. We got magical attack, speed. You want to hit as hard as possible and be as fast as possible. This guy's pretty fast. Not as fast as the kangaroo, but this guy is bulkier, like pretty bulkier than the kangaroo. Yeah. Now for the equipment, we got enchanted sapphire. Probably use like lethal or different equipment for this, but enchanted sapphire since I'm running like just a kind of a pivot set like with pin run and some mind empowerment and such. It doesn't get any other moves like offensively, so hit and run is kind of good on the sapphire set. For the equipments, we got performer's mask, helpful lantern, and then golden stick or gold stick. I forget which one it is. Performer's Mask is literally just a better version of Magnificent Top Hat, and that's funny. And the other two are like just for consistent damage and speed. Now, for the ability or trait, whichever you prefer, Curtain Call, you can also run Glitter Trail on it if you really want to. Glitter Trail with Hit and Run can be kind of funny because you can just cause you could cause your teammate to have it. You could cause them to have a chance to miss your teammate when you pivot into them, and I think that's pretty funny. Now, for the moves, we got Psycho Force, Skyrend, Earth Surge, and like I said before, Hit and Run. I don't know if this thing gets like aerial. I've been told it does, but when I check the wiki, it doesn't. So I'll assume it does get it. I'll just take their word for it. But anyway, Skyrend and Psycho Force are just stabs. They're like your strongest ones. You can replace Psycho Force for Psychokinetical Launch, and you can replace what's his face? You replace Skyrend for Aerial if he does get it. Earth Surge is coverage, like your strongest coverage. I believe your only coverage. I'm not too sure what coverage this guy gets, but that's like the only coverage I've seen. So I'm going to assume that that's its only coverage. And then Hit and Run is just for pivot, self-explanatory. What type of teams this guy could be on? Probably like hyper offense and balance, like Kapumaroom, because this thing balance, like I said, you can have like 3 offensive things, and 2 of those things can pivot. These can be one of those offensive things. You could probably pair it with Tough Lays or a Kapumaroom. Probably Kapumaroom, because Kapumaroom has like the power and the speed to cover Masui. Tough Lays only has the power. Well, no, Kapumaroom technically hits harder because its signature move. Like I said before, Blazing Comet always drops defense, so you don't have to worry about that. Anyway, and then for hyper offense, it can probably like run Mind Empowerment, which I will include at the end of the video. Don't worry. The Mind Empowerment set will be at the end of the video. Don't worry about that. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about this Doodle. Once again, this Doodle's like pretty solid. It's like a pretty balanced Doodle, like for what it is, and I think it's a good Doodle. Anyway, that should be it for this video. I don't think there's any more Carnival Doodles. I mean, I'll cover them when they come out. Let me guys know if you want more of these videos, like in the comments below. I would be down to do more videos like this. This was kind of hard to make because I had to make the graphic, the moves, the ability, all of that. But yeah, the moves and ability are all made by me. So yeah, once again, it took a little bit, but after I like finished it, it was easy going from there. So yeah, it's fun to make this video. Please, I'm sorry if the video's a little awkward. One, I need to get better mic. 2, I don't really use a script like some other YouTubers do, but I don't use a script. I just say what I want to say, and probably sometimes it's not really what you want for a video like these. Like you probably want a script, but this is like a new type of video for me, so I'm okay with not using a script. Next video I drop should hopefully be like a tournament video. Like what I'm doing is like I'm trying to like do all my battles and then include them in one video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Once again, if you want me to do more videos like these, please say it in the comments below, or maybe you message me on Discord about it. Yeah, I've been like, yeah, that's all I have to say. Alright, goodbye, and I hope you guys have a nice day. See you later.